another episode of the overall Quirk pass review thingy majiggy. Anyways, so here we are. We're looking at the Enforcer, the 4P, the 4R, the 5D, and the 5P. So overall, the 4P, the first one here, not touch really, just a couple armor changes and tweaks. That's it. Make it a little bit more viable, armor and structure wise. The 4R, there's lots of combinations of quirks, so we'll get into those. AC-10 cooldown and ballistic cooldown were combined to make a 20% cooldown. Ballistic cooldown was also in here. Large laser cooldown is now gone, but the energy cooldown itself is still there. So you get the range for the large laser, but not the cooldown. Then there's also overall energy energy heat gen, which is also reduced from 12.5 to 10. So you lose 2.5% of your heat gen, but that's offset by the new heat changes, obviously. And then energy range, which was down here, which is 12.5, it is now 20. So you get that extra energy range. And then your the laser duration, it's going from 12.5 to 15, which is pretty good. Next one up is the 5D. So 5D is the one that comes obviously with the LBX. So we got LBX 10 cooldown of 10%, ballistic cooldown 10%. You're still getting your 20 with this. The only difference is the LBX is now technically 5, and the base cooldown is now 15. So if you're running, say, 2 Ultras, 2 AC2s or 2 AC5s instead of the LBX 10, I think you can do that. I can't remember. You're going to get a base cooldown of 15 instead of 10. So the range for the LBX 10 is just been generified, like the ballistic range, to 20. Ballistic velocity is 20. It used to be 10 for each for the weapon specific and 10 for the generic. And then laser duration, that's been upped from 12.5 to 15. The spread's still staying the same at 10. And then the structure and all that stuff is pretty much staying the same. Now the 5P. This one is getting the same deal as the 5D. So it looks like you're getting stuff reduced, but you're not. And it's yet again making the secondary weapon more viable. So the Ultra 5 cooldown is 10. Ballistic cooldown was 10. They combined them to make it they kind of took half of the AC10 cooldown or AC5 cooldown, threw it on the ballistic to make it 15, and then put the AC5 down to 5. So technically, you're still getting your 20% cooldown. Just if you're running something else other than the AC5, that's getting an extra 5%. USA 5 heat gen and overall heat gen were 10 each. Heat gen overall now for ballistics is now 5%, and heat gen for the UAC5 is gone. So you're losing a little bit of heat gen there, but that's because obviously the modifications of the heat system for Inner Sphere. I haven't run this guy yet, so I don't know how effective this guy is. We'll take a look. Then there's the velocity, which was 20% technically if you had an Ultra 5. If not, you had a regular 10. Now it's just 30 generic, which is big time a good thing. Jam chance is still 30. Laser duration is gone. Then there's changes to acceleration, deceleration, turn speed, torso yaw speed, and additional armor in the arms and legs. So overall, pretty good. Same thing generally with most stuff here. It's still makes the mech viable. If you had the primary weapons still for the quirks, you're doing good. If you had secondary weapons to help back them up, makes those just extra viable. Basically makes your secondaries yet again just that little bit more dangerous, and sets everything up for the new quirk change. So that's it. Not much for the Enforcer, since it was one of the more newer ones as well. There's not much to go over. Next one will be the Griffin. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time on the battlefield. Bye bye.